Hello. 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 I saw Olu log into and he's gone. Hello, Serene. Can you hear me? Serene, can you unmute yourself? Serene, unmute yourself. Hello. Hello, Serene. Sorry, Sharon. Can you hear me, Sharon? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, can you unmute yourself, please? Sharon, can you unmute yourself? Hello? Hello, Sharon? Can you unmute yourself? Hello, Olu. How are you, Olu? How are you, Olu? Are you alright? I can't hear you. I can't see you. Can you hear me? Olu, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Olu? All right. Shireen logged in, but he's left. She's left, so I don't know whether she will come back or not. But I want the lesson to be interactive, okay? We have to. Oh my God. Hello, Hayford. Hello, Hayford. Good to see you. Can you unmute yourself, please? Unmute yourself. Hayford, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, Hayford? One moment, Hayford. Hello, Hayford. Can you hear me? I want the lesson to be interactive, but if you are mute, I can't. If I ask you a question, how can I hear you answer the question? Or if you want to ask a question, how will I hear you? So please unmute yourself and let's have an interactive lesson. Is that okay? Yeah? All right. You are all welcome. Hayford, you are welcome. Kwesi Ej, you are welcome.
Yes, thank you.
It would be very nice if you are able to unmute yourself. Yes, hello. Hayford, I can see you unmuting yourself. Nice to
Recording in progress.
hear me or not, please. I'd like to know whether you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh.
Yeah, Hayford. You can hear me, right? Okay, Kwesi too can hear me. All right, you are all welcome. We've lost Hayford. You are welcome to today's session. The other time we were discussing about interprofessional and multidisciplinary team working. So do you have any idea about what interprofessional work means? Kwesi, do you have any idea? Hello?
Hello?
Do you have any idea?
No.
Sorry?
Can you help me? No.
Oh,
Yeah,
talk.
Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I wasn't able to hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, can you just explain a little bit?
Yeah, anyway, do you have do you work in the health sector?
No.
Okay, so what do you do, please?
I'm an accountant.
You are an accountant. Okay,
Yes.
and you want to do health and social care, right?
Yeah, it's a program that I'm doing with LSBR. They asked me to do.
Okay.
I'm doing something with them. They just send me a message
that you have to be part of it.
Yes.
Okay. We started. We have 2 lessons already.
Okay.
We started about the. I think. Last week we had a lesson. Yeah. And we had 2 lessons last week and this week as well. This week. So we started about. We're talking about the introduction of health and social care. Yeah.
Okay.
There are certain learning objectives. And then under the learning objectives, there are criteria to be met. Every learning objective have its own criteria. It depends about 2, about 3 or 4, yeah, or more. It depends. Okay. So we have been able to cover a lot, and we are about to finish the last one, about last 2 points of the introduction to health and social care. And where we reach is the criteria is, I think the last 2 ones is to assess the differences between multidisciplinary and interprofessional team working in health and social care. Yeah. So
Okay.
now that you are fresh, you don't have any idea about what we have been discussing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll just explain, give you an idea about the interprofessional teamwork as well as the multidisciplinary teamwork. Okay. Then
Okay.
we will do the differences. Okay.
Okay.
The
Okay.
differences between them, and then I think the challenges as well.
Okay.
The challenges or the barriers of team working. Okay. So when we finish, then we'll go to introduction. We'll go to communication. That is also another topic. That is the second topic that we are going to learn. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the interpersonal. I can see your name, Kwesi. You are from Ghana, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I also have a son called Kofi.
You have what?
I have a son called Kofi.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But my husband is a J, Mr. J.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
you're Ghanaian as well.
as well.
Oh yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. Can't you?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can't identify it from my accent, yeah?
Yep.
You can't.
Pardon?
Can't you identify it from the accent, how I speak?
Yeah, I can a little bit. Yes. Yeah.
A little?
Yeah.
All right, okay. For you, your name showed me. All right, then. I'm Rosalind anyway, Rosalind Donko. Nice to meet you, and you are welcome to today's session, which is Health and Social Care Level 3. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll explain what interprofessional means, okay?
Okay.
So this is, this is 3 the criteria is 3.2. So since you are new, I'll have to explain it to you so that you flow with me. Other than that, you wouldn't be able to understand me. Okay.
Okay.
So the in health and social care, we have interprofessionals. Okay. You have different professionals. They come together to work together to provide the same objective or goal towards a service user or the individual. The individual or service user is the person that you are taking care of, okay? You as a carer. So once you are in a care, you are doing the course, let's assume that you work in a care home or you are a domiciliary carer. Domiciliary carers work from home to home. They go to home to give care to people, yeah?
Okay.
So people in the care home are those who go to the confined place, okay, a care home to give care, yeah. So let's assume that you were care. So there is in the health sector, the health sector as a whole, there is interprofessional teamwork. So what I'm going to go in a bit details what it is. So according to World Health Organization, interprofessional means multiple health workers from different professional backgrounds. Who provide comprehensive care services by working with their families, carers, communities to deliver the highest quality of care across settings. Okay. So different professionals, they come together to deliver a higher quality of care to the individual. Okay. Collaboration can occur between different professionals within one organization or increasingly between professionals who belong to a range of organizations. Okay. So example, it can be the nurse or the GP.
Yeah.
I will explain what multidisciplinary also means. So there is a very thin relationship. There is a very thin. It's almost similar. Yeah, it's almost similar when it comes to definitions. Okay.
Yeah.
So the term interdisciplinary is the mechanism for organizing and coordinating health and care services to meet the needs of individuals. The individuals is the one that you are taking care of. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the mechanism for organizing and coordinating health and care services to meet the needs of the individual.
Okay.
So multidisciplinary team bring together the expertise and skills of different professionals, yeah, to assess, plan, and manage care jointly. Yeah, they come and manage care jointly based on the community and individuals' care goals. You understand?
Okay.
So there might be different care goals of the individuals. Like, oh, this person is like this is how you have to treat the you have to go about giving the daily care of the person. Yeah. Like Mrs. A prefers to maybe have a wash every morning and not to have a wash in the evening. Yeah. Mr. Brown is different. Mr. Brown prefers to have wash in the morning, evening, what is it? Morning, evening, morning, afternoon, evening. Yeah. And they all have different needs and wishes and preferences. And that has to be cared for. Okay. They have to be treated differently. So when it comes to hospital settings, or when it comes to different sickness, like people with terminal, whatever, they also have different ways of treating them. Okay. So through assessing a range of health, social care, and other community services, multidisciplinary teams focuses on keeping people well, independence delivery, yeah, the right care to home or in the community to prevent unnecessary hospital care. Okay. They consist of practitioners and professionals from healthcare and allied disciplines and sectors that work together to provide holistic, person-centered, and coordinated care and supports. Okay. So they come from different professionals, and they provide holistic care. Yeah, holistic care. The holistic care. Do you know what holistic care means, please? The holistic care entails the physical, the mental, yeah, need, and other aspects of the person, of the whole being, the totality of the being. Yeah, you understand? So example is the GP, the doctor, nurses, physiotherapy, pharmacists, occupational therapists, and others. Okay. All right. Now, I've defined them, so you've seen the differences. You've seen that there is a very thin difference between them. They are almost the same. Yeah, very thin difference between them. So the criteria, the question is assess the differences between multidisciplinary and interprofessional teamwork. Okay, so I have some points here to let you know the differences, about the differences. Okay. All right. So first of all, talk more about them, and then you can deduce the differences from them. So I'm going to talk about multidisciplinary team approach. Okay. So the multidisciplinary team is a team of professionals, including representatives of different disciplines, who coordinates the contribution of each profession with little overlap. The term is often used to describe a general hospital setting. Okay, a specialist multidisciplinary team has been shown to result in the best patient outcomes. Okay, that is the multidisciplinary team. Professionals working in parallel with clear rules. So when it comes to multidisciplinary teams, there are certain things that is familiar with them. Okay, so the professionals they work in parallel with clear rules. Okay, there has to be rules for them to work with. Secondly, each professional sets out their own individual goals with the patients and communicate these goals, okay, and outcomes with the rest of the team where appropriate. Okay, so one is their clear goals, and then secondly the professionals set their own individual goals. Sorry, first one is the clear rules, the roles, and the second one is their goals. Okay, they set their own goals with the patients. Okay, so you can see that there is relationship between them and the patients. Okay, and communicate these goals and outcome with the rest of the team where appropriate. Yeah, and then the third one is they are also led by consultant or team leader. So that is the multidisciplinary. Yeah. Okay. When it comes to interpersonal, interprofessional team, it's the same as interdisciplinary team. Okay, they are the same. So interdisciplinary team differs from multidisciplinary teams in that the participants share goals and overlap practice rather than working on separate discipline specific goals. So this one, they share their goals, but it overlaps. It means it goes beyond the goals. Okay. Whereas the multidisciplinary, their goals, they stick to the goals. But the interpersonal, they overlap. They goes beyond, okay, the goals of the individual. Yeah. Another one is so they overlap the practice rather than working on separate discipline or specific goals. So interdisciplinary team involves one. This is what it involves. One, professionals involved in joint problem solving. Okay, the professionals, they involve in joint problem solving, working beyond their own scope of practice. So the professional work together. They involve they joint problem solving working, okay, beyond their own scope. It means they work together. Okay. Treatment goals overlap and collaborate with other disciplines. So the treatment goals overlap. It means it go beyond. And collaborate. Collaboration is working together. So it go beyond, and then they work together with other discipline, with other professionals. Okay. And then there is regular communication between team members. So if a carer, like in a care home, let's take a nurse, and then physiotherapists, yeah, if they are working together, there is always communication between them, okay, to ensure that the best care is given to the individuals. Okay, so there is communication, regular communication between the team members to ensure that the best care is given to the individual. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any question?
For now, no.
Okay. And this can be. Do you have a pen and a paper with you anyway?
Yes.
Okay. So you can get this information. Let me give you some information where you can get all this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you can. I do most of my sections. I do it on Google. Okay. So you can read a book. You can get health and social care level 3 books. Okay. You can get some in Amazon. Or yeah. And then you can also Google to get more information to support your writings. Okay. And remember that when you are writing this particular what is it, criteria, you have to write 300 words. Okay. 300 words, and you ensure that you use the Harvard way of referencing as well. You know how to, do you know the Harvard way of referencing?
No.
Okay. Before the lesson ends, I'll show you one. Okay.
Okay.
And then you have to avoid plagiarism. You know what plagiarism is?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, copying
Yeah.
word to word. Yeah, it's unacceptable. If you are caught doing that, you wouldn't your work will be cancelled. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you read something and you have to change it, use your own words. Okay.
Yeah.
Use your own words to write it. And ensure that whenever you read something from a book or a journal, wherever you get the information, or the internet, ensure that you show it. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, to ensure that it's not your work. Okay. You put it in inverted commas. If you want to use definition, you put them in inverted commas and you bring the definition where you had it from. Yeah. So that's why you can get it from www. Health simulation.com. Simulation SIMULATION. Yes, .com.
Okay.
And then I had another one from www.physio PHYSIO dash pedia PEDIA.com.
Okay.
And then /disciplinary/ this is /multidisciplinary /interdisciplinary. If you need any what is it, spelling, if you need help, let me know, please.
Okay.
And then management of the amputee, AMPUTEE.
Yeah.
That is where I took this from. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think I also searched on www.researchgate, RESEACHGATE, researchgate.net /publication.
.net/publication.
Yeah. 2648 97503 503 interprofessional. Professional, PROFESSION. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the last criteria to meet is 3.3, which is assess the potential barriers to team working and how they can be overcome. Assess the potential barrier to team working and how they can be overcome. We will be finishing at 3 o'clock, but before I finish, ensure that you give me your type your email address in the chat box, okay?
Okay.
Then I'll take it and send you the specification, health and social care subject specification, so that you have a look at the criteria and the questions and everything, okay? And more information, yeah. All right, so we are going to assess the barriers to team working and how they could be overcome, yeah? All right, so this one I had it from this website, www.ncbi bi.nim .nih.gov. Yeah, if you type it, you get it. Slash something, but if you type it, you get that. Yeah. So we're going to discuss about the challenges or barriers to effective teamwork. Yeah. All right. First of all, is the changing roles. Yeah. So if you are if you are in a staff, if you work as a staff, and people change roles, what do you think will there be any effectiveness of working if people keep on changing roles?
No, if people keep on changing rules, initially it will be difficult, but I feel like at some time when they get complacent with their new rule, then they can perform very well.
Exactly. If people keep on changing, it will be difficult because some people might be maybe they have their own specific rules, but if they keep on changing it, it will be difficult. Okay, as you said. Okay, so first point is changing rules. So it may, in many healthcare teams, there is considerable change and overlap in the roles played by different healthcare professionals. These changing roles can present challenge to team in terms of acknowledgement and role allocation. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. The second point is changing setting. Yeah. If you work together and people keep on changing setting, definitely it's going to affect the input of the work. Okay. So some changes in the nature of healthcare setting as increased delivery of care for conditions, yeah, like for chronic conditions, require the development of new teams and the modification of existing teams. Okay. All right. The next one, which is the third one, is healthcare hierarchies. Healthcare hierarchies. You know hierarchy, yeah? Yeah, from bottom right through building, yeah, from middle, bottom, and building to the top, middle, and up to the top, yeah? So the strongly hierarchy structure of healthcare can be counterproductive to well-functioning and effective teams where all members' views are considered. Okay, so if all members' views are considered, it will be very difficult for them to be effective. You understand? Well, there might be different, you know, different, what is it? Views, and it can be very difficult to work. Okay. Another one is individualistic nature of healthcare. So many healthcare professionals, such as nurses, nursing, dysentery, and medicine, are based on the autonomous one-to-one relationship between the healthcare provider, and patients. While this relationship remains a core value, it is challenged by many concepts of teamwork and shared care. All right. The next one is instability of teams. So under that, some healthcare teams are transitory in nature, so coming together for specific tasks or events. So they are not stable, instability. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Instability of teams. Some healthcare teams are transitory in nature, coming together for a specific task or event. All right. The next one is failing team leads to accidents. Failing team leads to accidents. So previous of review of high-profile incidents have identified 3 main of teamwork failings, namely unclear definition of roles, lack of explicit coordination, and other miscommunication. So if the coordination is low, if there is miscommunication, if there is unclear definition of roles, if the roles are unclear to the workers, definitely the team will fail. Because they don't communicate. The roles are not clear, and also there is no coordination. That is oneness between them. So definitely the team will collapse. All right. So I've answered part of the question. The other part is how to solve the conflicts. So resolving disagreement and conflict. So the ability to resolve conflicts or disagreements in the team is crucial to successful teamwork. This can be especially challenging for junior members of the team in terms that are highly hierarchical in nature. One moment. One moment. All right. I think that is all that I have on healthy systems. There are also conflicts like competition over power of resources, conflict between an individual and the goals of the team, and poorly run team meetings and miscommunication. They can all cause conflicts. Okay. This one, I think I had it in www.Hodden-Education, HODDEN education, education, you know how to spell it, .co.uk /media /documents. I think others will come back. If you just get this one, you click and you can get more information. And then you also have to learn the legislation. Legislation that covers the intermediary and then the disciplinary team work. Okay, so there are lots of legislations, running from 1968 to 2008. You can get some information, about that. Let me show you where I had my www.scie.org.uk. /assets/clearing. Sorry, is it? I'm sorry. No. It's www.scie.org.uk/assets/e-learning. e-learning/IPIAC. That's it. Okay. All right. Now we are going to the next topic, which is communication. Yes. So, Kwesi, what do you understand by the word communication? What is communication?
Communication is letting somebody know your view on something.
One moment, please. One moment. Yes, communication is letting somebody know your view.
On anything through various means, through other verbal, written, or body language.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your brilliant definition. Yes. Thank you. So that is communication for you. Yeah. So it is, you are 100% correct. Yeah. It is an interaction between two or more people. Yeah. And whenever you are communicating, there has to be a message, like let's take A and B. Yeah. A will carry a message and send it to B. B will receive the message. Yeah. Interpret it and send the message or the answer back to A. So it involves sending and receiving message in a continuous circle. Okay. Yeah, when you are talking to someone, you have to send and receive information in continuous circle. Okay. So when it comes to health and social care, communication is very, very, very essential. It's vital and it's crucial. Without communication, there wouldn't be any effective care given to any service user or individual. Even when you work in another sector, without communication, there wouldn't be, your goals for the day wouldn't be met, isn't it? So it is in health and social care. It's very, very, very essential. Everything is based on communication. Without communication, there wouldn't be any goals met. Okay, so everything is based on communication. For instance, if you work in a care home or you are going to give a care to someone in his or her home, first of all, you can't just, maybe you've entered the house, or you've gone to the premises of the person. What do you have to do? Can you just enter into the room of the person? No, you can't do that. You have to first of all knock. Okay. Knocking is even a form of communication. It's non-verbal communication. Okay. You have to knock, and then the person says, "Oh, Kwesi, come in." Then you go. Then you introduce yourself. "Oh, Mrs. Brown, I'm Kwesi. I'm coming to give you medication." Okay. Oh, Kwesi. Hello, Mrs. Brown. I'm Kwesi. I'm coming to take you for a walk. The weather is very lovely outside. Anyway, where are you? Where are you based?
I'm based in Accra.
Oh, you're in Ghana.
Yeah, I'm in Ghana.
Oh, okay, I see. Good. All right. I thought you are in
No.
UK. It's all right. Yeah. I love my country, you love
your country.
I've missed my country so much. Of course, I love my country. Everybody loves his or her country.
Yeah.
We don't have any. It's okay to travel just to experience things differently. But bottom line is, we love our country very much. I love my country so much, Kwesi. Especially when it's winter. When the weather is cold, I love it. It's summer here, very lovely weather, but it's a bit cold. That's why I put on my jumper. Yeah, but I love my country. It's a very peaceful country. Very peaceful. We are peaceful. Our food are organic here. Lots of junk food, and we don't eat. We don't have fresh foods like Ghana. When you have your contemporary, and then do you understand tree?
Yes.
Yeah, what the contemporary uchi wa de wo eyi wa potori wo na eja uchi one where you be the gusu engu bi na onyo contemporary bi onya uko obi di bibi. Hey, no na mpa. Where through heaven. Whereas here it's a bit different, but then we have Spanish. We use Spanish here.
Okay.
And but the contemporary is a neighborhood in Waha. Yeah, we Ghana aduane, lots of Ghana aduane ne ade, but neighborhood it was soro kakra. Whereas in Ghana na airful. Aduane fresh, everything is fresh. The meats are fresh, fish are fresh here. Most of them are put in, the refrigerator. You wouldn't have the real taste of the food. You understand? Yeah. So there is a vast difference here. You understand?
Yeah.
Let's continue. We'll talk about that another time. All right. So you will be the best person to tell me what's going on in Ghana currently, isn't it?
Yes.
I like that. Okay, so communication is very, very crucial. It's very important. Everything you do has to be based on communication. Okay, you have to all the time communicate. Even when you are in workplace, you have to communicate with your clients. The client is the individual or the service user. The person that you are taking care of is the client or the individual. They all no. Or only your friend a client, and I say your friend is service user, and I say individual. If you are writing it, remember to use service user or individual to refer to the clients you are taking care of. What I say?
Yeah.
You understand? Sorry, Aaron. You're welcome. Why are you so late? Aaron, can you hear me? Unmute yourself so that we will have an interactive lesson, okay? You are welcome. Why are you late, please?
I'm in China.
Sorry?
And it's late.
I can't hear you properly.
I'm saying that I'm in China.
Oh, you are in China?
Yeah. And it's late here.
And it's raining?
Yeah, and it's raining also.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What time is it in China?
It's 8:52.
In the morning?
No, in the evening.
Okay. All right. You are welcome to the lesson. This is Health and Social Care Level 3. Okay. I've started with Introduction to Health and Social Care, which we have finished. We just finished it. So I have started the next one, which is communication. Okay. Communication. Do you have an idea about the health and social care subject?
No, I have.
You don't have any idea. So what are you doing? What course are you doing? Is it health and social care?
No, I just finished grade and economics.
Sorry?
Bachelor degree in international trade.
Okay, so have you you don't have any idea about health and social care, right?
No.
Okay, so health and social care, it's like giving care, giving care to adults. Most of the time it's adults, taking care of people in a care home or in the comfort of their own houses. Okay. So you doing this course, put yourself in the shoe of somebody who work in a care home or somebody who do home care. Home care is the same as the domiciliary care, which is giving care to people in the comfort of their own homes. Okay, so we are talking about communication. So I mentioned that communication is very, very, very important when it comes to health and social care. You can't give care to people without communication. Okay, even at your workplace, everything is based on communication. You communicate with your colleague, you communicate with your your manager or other people in the workplace, to ensure that your goals or aims or objectives of the work is met. So communication is very crucial. It's essential, when it comes to working with people, more especially in health and social care setting. Okay, so there are different types, methods of communication when it comes to health and social care. So can you please give me an example of any communication method you know? Aaron.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that
I can hear some noise from your background.
Yeah, I'm on a subway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you give me an example of a communication method you know?
Okay, we have one way.
Sorry?
Like one-way communication. Yeah. And have a formal communication, informal communication.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. We have formal and informal. Formal, like a relationship between the people are the subordinates and their bosses, and then formal one is between colleagues, Thank you very much. Kwesi, can you please give me one method of communication you know? Kwesi, please give me an example of a method of communication you know.
Written communication.
Kwesi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Kwesi? Yeah. Can you please give me an example of a method of communication you know?
Written.
One method.
Yeah, one method of communication. Written communication.
It's what?
Written communication.
Written communication. Excellent. One moment. I think that you're talking to me. Let me use this and see if I can. Yeah. Kwasi?
Yes.
Kwasi, can you hear me talk?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You said you mentioned written communication, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So there are different types of communication, yeah? There are the what is it? The basic there are about three different types, but there are three major ones, okay? We have written communication, we have verbal communication, and the non-verbal communication, okay? So the verbal communication involves talking, yeah? Making sound to talk, yeah? Talking face-to-face talk, okay? Talking on the phone, yeah? Talking on the phone, the Skype, video chats, video calls, WhatsApp, all of those are verbal, yeah? So this one, you and I, we are having, myself and you, student, we are having verbal kind of communication, okay? So we have, sorry, we have non-verbal type of communication, which is the use of pictures and the use of pictures and other mode of communication, like using wordless communication. Okay, so you use the facial expressions, yeah, the use of gestures, yeah, the use of signs. Okay, like you say, Kwesi, come. If somebody says, Kwesi, you understand it, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, the person is telling you to come. Okay, if there is a chair and somebody says, do this to you, like a chair, and the person does this. Can you see me properly?
Yeah.
The person is telling you to do or to sit down. Yeah. If somebody says, it means you have to do what? You have to keep quiet or mute your mouth, okay? So that is communication using wordlets. And in health and social care, there are a lot of things that you use when it comes to communication, okay? Based on the health of the individual, like some of them have dementia or other means of, they have other diseases. They can't communicate verbally, yeah? You have to use pictures. There are pictures, communicating to them using pictures, okay? So there might be pictures of maybe if you want to ask somebody who can't communicate using the mouth, you can take a picture of maybe what is it? A picture of maybe a dress, yeah, or a picture of maybe a cup of tea, a cup, yeah, of tea. So if you want to ask the person, "Oh, Mrs. Brown, do you want a cup of tea?" Then you take a picture of cup of tea to show Mrs. Brown, "Do you want cup of tea?" So that is communicating to the person using picture. And you can also use sign to communicate. Yeah, the use of sign, it is called markaton. Use of sign is called markaton. You can also use that to communicate. And there is other things as communicating using objects of reference. Okay, so you can use objects to represent the meaning of things that you want to communicate. Like if you want to give water to an individual, you can take the object of the object. You say, oh, Mrs. Brown, do you want to drink water? Yeah. Or Mrs. Brown, do you want me to give you your spectacles? Yeah. You can take the spectacles like this and then ask Mrs. Brown, do you want to wear your spectacles? Okay. So you use object to communicate to the individual. And then your facial expressions. You can use your facial expression as well, your gestures, your signs, and all those, they are all non-verbal communication. And then communication, written communication too. Yeah, you can communicate to people by writing to them. Okay, you write something. Maybe Mr. Brown cannot communicate verbally due to his or her his sickness. Sorry, so you have to write something down. You write it for Mr. Brown to read, and Mr. Brown will write it back to you. So it's a form of communicating. So when it comes to health and social care, verbal communication is very important. Non-verbal communication is very important, as well as written communication. Okay, so verbal communication, you will interact with your colleagues, okay, with your manager, with your coordinator, with your senior carer. Yeah, you will do all that through verbal communication. Okay, and when you work in a care home, if you are given a report, like if there is handing over, let's say you work in a in morning shifts. When the night shifts comes, you have to communicate, you have to hand over to them, okay, using your lips, yeah, having a verbal communication. So doing a handover, like you go to all the rooms, yeah, if there are 10 rooms, you have to go to all the 10 rooms and say, give a report about each of them, their behavior, okay, what happened during the day, what they did, anything that you want you want the other people, other staff to know. Okay, like you go to Mr. Brown's, like room 1, you say, oh, Mr. Brown was very good this morning. She took her breakfast, she ate her medication, she went out to have some air, or she went out for an activity, she had a visitor, she was very good during the day. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry about that. She was all right during the day. She took her medication. She ate properly. All that. So that is a form of verbal communication. Okay. So handing over is one. Non-verbal communication. Example of non-verbal communication. One moment. Yeah. Example of non-verbal communication is the use of sign. Yeah. When you are talking to a service user and you use sign and gestures. Yeah. You use pictures to talk to the person. You use your facial expression. You have to have eye contact. The use of signs and symbols, all of them are non-verbal communication. Okay. And the written communications is writing, using writing to communicate. So in a care, when you work in the care sector, yeah, whenever you enter the premises, you have to log in, you write. the time you came in. If it's 8 o'clock, you write 8 o'clock and fine. Yeah. When you are writing in a care log, okay, the care log is a book that you write whatever happened during the shifts. You write everything down. Yeah. So the care log, writing in a care log is a form of written communication. Writing reports. When there is an incident, there's incident book. Okay, when somebody maybe had a fall or slip and fall, yeah, you have to write whatever happened in the incident book. Okay, the time, the place, what happened to the person, and then you sign. It's all it's all an example of um written communication. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. There are also models of communication. Yeah, I think let me just mention it quickly, and then we move on. Okay. So there are about 5 models. Yeah, I just want you to know. So the first of let me read this. So a healthy and effective communication is a two-way process in which the person who listens tries to understand the other person's viewpoint. Okay. A good communication involves a process of active listening. Okay. So whenever you are communicating to the individual, you have to listen to them actively. You have to have eye contact with them. You don't communicate with someone looking at at a different direction. Okay. Oh, Mrs. Brown, do you want me to take you outside? Mrs. Brown, it's time for you to have an activity. You're talking to the person, but you are looking somewhere. It's not effective. All the time, you have to have eye contact with the person. Yeah. All right. A good communication involves a process of active listening and checking the understanding. In context, a health and social care, sorry, in context to health and social care, a good communication is really required between the individual and the carer. Okay, there are many theories to communication. Out of all, Abraham Maslow's theories are applied in health and social care sector. Okay, there are lots of theories out there, but one of them, which is Abraham Maslow's theory, it's applied in health and social care. So I'll just quickly mention the theories, yeah, and then I'll read about it. Okay. All right. So first of all is humanistic theory. We have humanistic theory, we have cognitive theory, we have social theory, we have behavioral theory, and we have psychoanalytic theory. Okay. All right. The first one, which is the humanistic theory, is a theory that explains that all individuals, the individuals is the person you are taking care of, or the service user, okay? All individuals who need care are loving members of the society and possess a great potential to be good. It is applicable in situations where self-esteem, dignity, and honor of the individual is involved. In health and social care, the staffs are given training to care for an individual in a humanistic way. That is the humanistic theory. Okay. The second one is cognitive theory. So this theory is implemented suddenly. This is related to the brain and intelligence of an individual. Okay. This deals with coding, encoding, processing, and storage of particular information. Yeah. So the individuals, they have way of coding, decoding, and then storing the information that you give to them. Okay. So let's say people with dementia, they find it a bit difficult because of their what is it? Because of their level of sickness, it affects their brain. Yeah. And so if you communicate with them, it's very difficult for them to communicate back to you quickly. Yeah. They have to listen to it, they have to process it, and then they have to take their time and then answer you. Okay. So when most of the people that you care for in the care homes, the adults who have dementia, it's very difficult for them to communicate like you and I. Okay. They communicate differently. They take time to communicate because they have to process it, everything, and then bring it back to you. Okay. So you have to be very patient with people with dementia. Okay. All right. The next one is social theory. It is a study of social facts. This theory deals with discussions over many consistent methods. The fourth one is behavioral theory. This theory deals with the behavior of an individual and how to deal with it. It is the study of mental states of an individual. And the last one is psychoanalytic theory. This theory deals with the stress, emotion, and type of behavior of an individual. Okay. It is the duty of the health and social care to train their employees in order to provide right source of communication to the individuals. Okay. All right. So these are the models of communication. Okay. So we talk about different types of communication and as well as models of communication. Yeah. All right. Let me add this. So there is a little bit this that I just want you to know. We have formal communication. I think I mentioned it when Aaron gave an example of a formal communication. So it's an interchange of information officially. Yeah. The communication are orderly and follow set rules or procedures or standard. So that is formal communication. Yeah. And then informal, so formal communication, it's official. Yeah. And it provides standard way of communication. So it's like communication with the people at the top. Yeah. The top, your boss. Yeah. When you are communicating with them, they have you can't just go to the boss and just talking to them or the management. You can't do that. There is formal way of doing that. Okay. But the informal communication is the opposite of the formal communication. Yeah. For that one, it's like you are talking with the person. If you know someone and you are talking to the person, like your friend, your colleague at work, you talk to them. There is no formal way of talking. You understand? There is no lay down rules or whatever procedure in talking to them. You just talk to them um, one on one. You talk to them, yeah, informally. Okay. So when you know the person well and are able to chat to them and approach them confidentially. Confidently. Example is friends, families, or work colleague. Yeah. So in a care home, this is to ensure that the best of care is given to the individual. Okay. All right. So that is informal way of communication. There is also vertical. We have vertical, we have horizontal, we have internally and then externally. Okay. So I'll just explain that briefly and then we answer the next criteria. Okay. So vertical, can somebody tell me what a vertical communication is? Vertical communication.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vertical communication is from the top managers straight to the like that is the subordinate. So it's like from the top to the down. That is
Yes.
like vertical communication.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you. So it's like the top to the down. Yeah. Like communication between the boss and what?
Yes.
The subordinates. Yeah. You understand? Excellent. Yes, Kwesi, do you want to add something?
No, this
You
one
want to
just
add something, Kwesi?
no, just as you said.
Sorry?
As you said, vertical communication is from the top to the down.
Oh, I can't hear you properly, Kwesi.
Can you hear me?
I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, let's go on. All right, so it's communication that flows from up and down, yeah, the organization. It takes place between managers and their superiors to the subordinates, yeah, managers and superiors to the subordinate. That is a form of vertical communication. And then horizontal communication. Any idea about horizontal communication?
Yeah, horizontal.
Yeah, horizontal communication is with the delegate. I mean, supervisor. Like for example, we have the production manager.
I can hear some noise at the background. Oh, Kwesi, where is Kwesi? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's like within the managers. We have the when you look at the hierarchy.
Yeah.
No, we have the CEO that directly to the subordinate, right? Or manager. But like the horizontal, it's like they have this kind of get that
Yeah.
they delegated them to give direct communication to the subordinate. So it's
Okay.
within the yeah.
All right. So it's within a team, yeah? A team members, yeah? So communication within a team. Members coordinate tasks, work together, and resolve conflicts, yeah? That's communication within a team, yeah? And then internal communication. What is it? What is internal communication? Okay, internal communication is communication between participants in an organization. Yeah, the participants. So people who work in an organization, they communicate among them. It's internal. Yeah. What about external one?
The external communication outside people who doesn't work in the organization or the institution. Yeah,
So
so like
external. Yeah,
okay,
go on.
okay, so
Go
it's
on.
like when you receive an idea uh, about something that will help the company, you can ask your competitor
Yeah.
to yeah, so it's like sharing an idea.
Yeah. Aaron. Aaron, let me use this and let me see if I can hear you properly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear you too.
Your line is breaking a bit. Let me use.
Because I'm walking.
Yeah, talk now. Talk. What did you
Okay,
say?
so what I was saying about external
Oh,
communication,
your
it's
talking is
like
far, far.
I'm using Bluetooth, so let me change it.
Kitten then. Let's talk like that. Okay, so external, yeah, you were talking about external one, yes. Aaron, go ahead. Tell me about the external one. I can't hear you. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so external one is exchange of information within the organization itself and outside the organization. Okay, that is another, that is external communication. Okay, all right.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can hear you properly.
Okay.
All right. You're welcome. Host your son. Welcome. I'll be very happy if you unmute yourself so that we have a very interactive lesson, okay? Okay. All right. Let's move to the next criteria, which is 1.2. 1.2. Aaron, please, you are giving us feedback. You are talking at the background. All right. It says assess the strengths and weaknesses of both formal and informal communication. Okay. So we are going to assess the strength and weaknesses. It's like the advantages and the disadvantages of both formal and informal communication. Okay. Right. So can you give me one example of what's informal? Can you give me one example of informal advantages of a formal communication? Sorry, we're going to talk about formal communication first. So connecting. Are you still connecting your staff?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Should I move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I have here some points about the strength of formal communication and informal communication, as well as the weaknesses between them. Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about what they are, and then we talk about their strength or their advantages, and then we move to their disadvantages or their weaknesses. Okay. All right. So the formal, first of all, formal communication. Yeah. I'll talk first about the formal communication, then I'll talk about the informal communication. When I finish, then I'll talk about the weaknesses of formal information and the weaknesses of informal information. Yeah. Okay. So I'm starting here. the formal communication. The formal communication is through predefined channels set by organizations. Okay, they are typically conveyed from top leadership to various departments. That funnels down to the lower level employees. Okay, that is the formal one. So it's from the top to the bottom. Okay, it is backed by organizational procedures, and it is necessary to fulfill the goals of this organization. Yeah, I'm going to the advantages. It is created to increase efficiency within organization. That is one point. Okay, it is created to increase efficiency within organization because everything is in an organized order. So it's created to bring efficiency. So through that, it makes the organization very efficient. Point two, sorry, the second one is it's predetermined channels of communications are means to provide a smooth and I can't see this. Sorry. Predetermined channels of communication are means to provide a smooth and streamlined method of communication that travels upwards and downwards. Okay, so the form of communication provided travels upwards to downwards. Okay, and it's a smooth one. The next one is it's a way to easily communicate rules, procedures, and company's policy to the lower level employees. So through formal communication, you are able to communicate the procedures, the rules, and the regulations in the company or the organization. Okay, it is also favorable in situations where documentation is needed to provide or to disapprove a claim or complaints. Okay, it is favorable in situations where documentation is written, writing of information, where documentation is needed to provide or disapprove a claim or complaints. Okay, that is formal communication. So I'm going to informal communication. All right. Informal communication is more relational than formal communication. Yeah, it's very relational, like two colleagues talking to each other, two friends talking to each other. Yeah, it's very relational. Families talking to each other is relational. It's not like formal communication that runs from the head to the subordinates. No, this is more of relation, like your friend, your family, your colleague. It's a form of informal. Yeah, there is no structural way of talking to the individual. Okay, so informal communication is more relational than formal communication. It is not backed by any predetermined channel and can happen anywhere within the organization. Okay, it can happen anywhere. When you are in the care setting, you can talk to your colleague easily. In fact, you work with your colleague. Anything you do it with your colleague. Okay, more of them like giving of personal care when you are going to change the individual or you are hoisting individual. Yeah, or the service user, you have to do it in group, like two group, you and your colleague. Okay, so you have to communicate um most of the times. Okay, most of the times. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, so there is no predetermined way of communicating. You communicate easily. Okay, so it is not backed by any predetermined channel and can happen anywhere within the within the organization. The primary goal of this message is to preserve and establish relationships with colleagues and superiors and subordinates. Okay, since it is not defined by any channels, messaging moves a lot faster, but it is without any paper or official documentation. Okay, so because you're talking with your your colleagues, your the information move very fast. Okay, very fast. It's not like documenting. It's like you and your what is it, your superior, yeah, but it's relational, so messages move very fast. Okay, informal communication.
I want to ask you a question about
Yeah,
like informal communication.
yeah,
Assuming that you've been appointed as a supervisor
yeah,
in your company, and you have a friend in a company, and I mean your friend does something that you really want to talk about it, and is it informal or formal communication? Maybe before that you weren't promoted to supervisor, but like in the course of your hard work and dedication, you've been promoted to a supervisor.
mm-hmm.
So you're talking to your friend about maybe some ethics that he needs to stop. So is it formal communication?
Okay, if you are high, you've been promoted to be to the supervisor or the manager.
Yeah, the manager.
The manager, and you are talking to your
Like
friend
your casual friend,
who
Yeah,
is just a worker there.
a worker.
Okay. If it can be formal. It depends. If it's formal, then it will go through um procedure. Yeah. There might be laid down procedure of how to communicate with the subordinates. Okay. But here you are in a work position. You've come to work. Yeah. You've come to work, you understand. So if it is in line with the work, okay, if it is in line with the work, then it will be, it depends. It can be formal or informal. Okay, formal in the sense that you are the boss and then you have your subordinates and you are giving instruction to the person. Okay, but if you are talking to the person about something that he or she has done and you don't want the person to repeat it, yeah, it can be informal. You understand? Aaron, you understand?
Absolutely. Yeah,
It can be formal and informal because you know the person already. So you have that link as a friend.
Yeah.
You have that link. So if you meet as friends, you meet as friends outside the work. You can talk informally. But if you are given information or if you are given instructions to be followed as a manager, it is formal.
Oh, okay.
You understand? If it's workplace, it's different. You are the manager and you have subordinates. You have to deal with the person informally. Yeah. Yeah. But when you go outside the work place or premises, you can talk as friends informally. That is outside work.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't get me?
No, I understand.
Yeah. If you are dealing with a person outside work, it can be what is it? It can be informal. Then when it comes to, it depends on the role that you will be playing at that time. Okay. If you are giving instructions or something, it will be informal. But you can meet and, oh, how are you, Aaron? how is work, how is this, how is it, that is informal chat. But if you are giving instructions to all of them or telling the person, no, don't do this, don't do that, it's a form of formal communication. Like giving instructions in a structural way. You understand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
understand.
Okay. All right, let's continue. So informal communication is all about relations. If relationship is, have I talked about what informal communication is? I have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, informal communication is all about relations. Sorry. If relationship is adequately fostered by the company, then informed discussions can create solidarity and strengthen teams. One moment, please. What is it? Ah? Okay. All right. Sorry, Aaron. Let's continue. It allows employees to give feedback to superiors. Okay. The informal communication. It allows employees to give feedback to the superior, because they can talk. Yeah, it allows them to give feedback to their superiors, their managers, their bosses, their supervisors, or whoever. Yeah. It's also another point. It facilitates the actions of upward interface and enables messaging to go both ways efficiently. Okay, that is one point. And then informal communication can pick up where formal discussion ends. Okay, that is also another point. Now we talk about the advantages of informal, both informal and formal. We're going to talk about the weaknesses or disadvantages of formal and informal communication. Okay, right. So one advantage is of formal. We are starting with formal. Anyway, any question about what we discussed so far? Any question?
No, please.
Okay. Informal communication. So first of all, one disadvantage or one weakness is acknowledging a new generation. So this type of generation that we are in, yeah, you know that they do a whole lot of things using social media, technology, phones, and all those stuff to help them. Yeah. So managers and company leaders are trying to find effective ways to incorporate new mediums of communication. Yeah. Can you hear me? So because
Yes,
things have
please.
changed, yeah, the youth nowadays communicates using a lot of gadgets and all those stuff, social media, phones, and all those. They communicate easily using that. Yeah. So they use softwares and all that. So managers or company leaders are trying to find effective ways to incorporate new medium of communication. Yeah. Of communicating company's vision, policy, and procedures. You understand? Because the new generations communicates using all this gadgets and all that, phones, softwares, a lot of things to help them to communicate. The managers are also, and companies, they are also trying to find effective ways to incorporate their new their new mediums of communication Their mediums of communicating their visions, their policies, and procedures to the companies. Yeah, sorry, to the staffs. You understand? Okay, so that is one disadvantage. Another disadvantage is inflexibility. So because messages are through predetermined channels, many visions in upper management have to be heard before a message is sent down the ranks. Lots of people have to agree and approve what is being sent out. This makes it difficult for anyone to change a formal message if something needs to be left out. So because it goes through that process of, the strict procedures, it's a bit difficult to change. If there is something that needs to be changed immediately, it's a bit difficult to change. You understand? The next point is contributing to lack of understanding. So mass formal communication that are not tailored to anyone's communication style can create confusion and stress. Okay, a new procedure can be written or worded in a way that is entirely different to another. It is challenging for upper management to account for a general lack of communication. Okay, so it contributes to lack of understanding. All right, the next point is employees. A slow decision. Okay, some employees and departments depend on formal messaging from upper management to make important decisions, because it takes lots of people to sign off on a decision or message from top management. It can take longer time. It can take a lot longer to reach who it is needed to. As such, therefore, it can be frustrating to managers or employees who need it. Okay, that is the last point of the weakness of the formal communication, or disadvantage of formal communication. Okay.
I wanna say something about that.
Okay.
I mean, the formal communication. The disadvantage.
Okay.
Here in China, I remember I went to the bank to open a bank account, and they don't want to open a bank account for, a foreigner.
Really?
Yeah, a whole lot.
Why?
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go into it.
That's very inhuman. How can you refuse to
So,
open a bank account to someone?
so the employee has to call, the boss. So they have to receive message from the boss. So it's the boss who is gonna give you go ahead. Okay, so I'm giving you go ahead to open an account for this foreigner. So that is the disadvantage. So we have to wait for couple of hours for the information to come from the boss to subordinate, so to the client, before they can open the account. So yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. Anyway, but at the end of the day, you had it. It was open for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Based on the the command of your boss, it was open for you.
Yeah.
Okay, but it has to take some time for your
Time,
boss to
yeah.
step in before. Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad. That's bad. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, where are you from? Are you from Ghana?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
Yeah, you sound the Ghanaian. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But in Ghana, they are now, most of them have opened companies, running their companies, and doing their own things there. Whereas they
Yes.
don't go through all that. But when we visit them, it's go to their country. It's different thing.
Mm.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
God help Ghanaians, eh?
Yeah.
One day we all go home. We go back to our country. Only if the leaders will be fair for us, if they will stop all those corruptions.
Yeah.
What is it? Selfish nature and all that. If they stop that and then they concentrate on the country, if we move forward, nobody will stay outside. Because it's a bit difficult to stay outside. You wouldn't get the freedom like you're in your own country. You
Yeah.
understand? Anyway, we go to learn a whole lot of experience. So I wish you the best, okay? I know that
Thank
one
you.
day you go back to your country with lots of experience. A good one anyway, not bad one.
Yeah.
You've risen to the top, to wherever you want to reach, okay?
Mhm.
I wish you the best. Okay. So this is the weaknesses of the formal communication. Let's talk about weaknesses of informal communication. So rumors can spread rapidly. So Aaron, before we close, we'll be closing at in about next 8 minutes. Before we close, ensure that you leave your email for me in the chat box so that I can send you the specification, subject specification. Okay, and you can get more information about the course. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So disadvantage or weakness of informal communication. One, rumors can spread rapidly. Okay. So whilst informal communication is excellent for creating relationships and producing unity among staff, it can also present opportunity for rumors to spread. Because messages are not predetermined or controlled, it makes this event more likely. This means that other employees might be receiving incorrect information about procedures, policies from managers or colleagues. Yeah. So rumors spread rapidly. Yeah, because you see, you maybe something happens and then Aaron, your colleague come in, then you quickly go, oh Charlie, did you hear what has happened? This and that, this and that, this and that has happened. Meanwhile, maybe the information that somebody gave to you, like, oh Aaron, have you heard what has happened? This and that has happened to one of the clients, and then you also carried on to another, oh Charlie, you know what has happened, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, the information, maybe the first one gave you wrong information. And because you are spreading it quickly, it can end up you spreading different information about what actually happened. So it spread rumors rapidly. Okay. So there is also the second one is lack of control. It is impossible to control informal communication in the sense that it is not affiliated with management. It's not affiliated to management approved channels, and as a result, it does not necessarily obey the same messaging rules as formal communication. Okay. So this is the two disadvantages of informal communication that I have. One moment. I think I have more. Sorry, I have about 3 here. The next one, as a result, problematic issues such as harassment, bullying, or sensitive information sharing could be taking place. If management are not alert by employees, it will be impossible for them to know and stop any problem. Okay. The next one is an increase in conflicts. In any company or setting, as humans interact with each other, a conflict has to be a higher chance of happening or can occur easily. So as you interact with human beings, yeah, there is a possibility of a conflict arousing, okay, or occurring. It can cause competition among employees or problems between superiors and subordinates. Okay. The fourth point is it contradicts formal communication. Okay. Some people say that they heard something different than the official memo set from the top management, or a manager may confuse formal communication and provide an incorrect explanation to an employee with a question. Yeah. The next one is lack of secrecy. Because you easily talk, there is lack of secrets. You can easily spill everything from your mouth, everything that has to be kept or whatever. If it's unnecessary to spread it, you can easily say it. So lack of secrecy. A lack of control increases the chance for company secrets to travel. Okay. So because there is no clearly defined means of communication, yeah, it can the people in the staff, they can easily spread rumor. They can spread rumor easily, okay, or they can easily spread rumor without any control. Yeah. All right. Is there any question?
No.
Is there any question?
No, please.
Sorry?
No, please.
No, please. All right. So we have come to the end of the session. Yeah. It's almost 3 o'clock here. It's about 1 minute to 3 o'clock. So the next one is about the principle is 1.2. Explain the principles of effective communication. So the next time we meet, you are going to start from there. Yeah. The explanation of the principles of communication. Yeah. Then we'll do the barriers to communication, explain potential barriers to communication and how they can be overcome. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So please ensure that you leave your. Okay, I can see you. Yeah. So I will send you the subject specification. Yeah. You can have a look at it, and then you know what we are about, what we are doing. Yeah. And then you can read. You can be reading before we start something. So you know that the subjects we have the units are 6. Yeah, we have 4 mandatory units that all of you are doing, and then we have 2 optional units. Do you know them?
No, I don't know.
You don't know them.
Yeah.
We have introduction to health and social care, communication, person-centered care, there are other 3 that I have to add. And then we have optional one, which is dementia care, end of life care, and 1 or 2 stuff. So I think I don't want to waste your time. But next, yeah, I'll just send it to you through email. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I want to ask you one question, like it's personal, but like did you go to school in UK? Like,
sorry.
I mean, did you go to school in UK? You from Ghana, right?
I'm from Ghana, yeah, but I'm based in UK.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Like when I see someone from where I'm coming from, like it kind of motivate me. So like I get to where you've gotten to. Yeah. Yeah. So you teach in university, right, in UK?
Sorry.
Please, do you teach in university in UK?
I teach in a college. I can teach in uni, but I'm teaching in a college. I was teaching a college, and I've taught companies as well. Yeah, I've taught in a company, training providers that train people to work in healthcare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amara, meeting kakra kakra.
Okay.
What you fancy me?
Yeah, but like my dad is from Akwamufi.
Akwamufi,
My mom is a
okay.
fanatic.
Okay, I see. Oh, Marty. Amara me
Yeah.
call school fancy. Me call University of Cape Coast or fancy. UCC. Oh, Cape Coast. You know UCC. Yeah. Yeah, when me call school. But mente kasa ne papa because I was born in Kumasi, Ashanti region. Yeah. But oka fancy amete. Amara mete nkakra.
But like for me, I don't speak Fancy. But like
You
my
don't
mom
speak.
is Fancy. Yeah, I don't
What
speak
do you
Fancy.
speak?
I speak Ga and Chi.
Oh, you speak Ga. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
I speak Ga and Chi.
Okay. So where were you living? Do you live?
I was living in Accra. I was born in Accra. I went to school in Accra.
Oh, that's great.
Everything in Accra.
That's very good. My parents are from Ningo Pram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Greater
Well, we all
Accra.
good.
You know, few. But I was born in Kumasi, so I can speak the Chi very well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you do in China?
I just completed my master's in international trade and economics,
Okay.
and I'm interested in doing MBA online. But later I'll further with my PhD. That will be next year.
You do what?
I'll do my PhD.
Okay.
Next year. Yeah, in Peking University in China.
Okay. Okay, so do you work at the moment?
No, please.
You don't work, but you are there as a student. You're there as a student, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so do you? Oh, so how do you live? Do your parents take care of you, or you work?
I do part time, not full time. Yeah, I do part time to support myself, to pay my rent, and also to pay my tuition fee.
Oh, I see. Oh, you are trying. That's very good. That's very good of you. Yeah. There is nothing that you can't do. I know that there are goals in life that we want to achieve, but just be positive, just be focused. Focus on your education. Yeah. And definitely you will achieve what you want to be. Like you said, you want to do your PhD. Yeah. So you have to focus on it. Don't let anything distract you. Just be focused and then work hard and definitely you achieve it. Okay. I didn't reach this level just in a one day, you know. I was a teacher in Ghana anyway. I was teaching primary. But when I came here, when I came here, I started having family kids. So my career was it wasn't going as expected. I have to take time off and then take care of the kids, you know. So because of that, I couldn't continue my career as a teacher here. So I have to work in a care home. You know, here care home here. There is some in China.
Yes. I mean, is it nanny? Yeah, kind of nanny.
And nanny, but you take care of the adults. Adults here, yeah. So I was working in a care home, taking care of the elderly. Yeah. But before that, I was even working as a domiciliary carer, home carer. I go to people's home and then take care of them. Yeah, I did a training that enables me to do that. So I use that to work around the kids. Yeah. So I was doing that and then to have enough time to take care of the kids. So as they grew and I was doing the work, I had the opportunity to do my diploma in health and social care because it's a care week. So I did health and social care diploma. And then I also did 1 year teacher training as well. Because when you come to UK, you have to top up your training.
Yeah,
you have to top it up before you know that here they don't just accept Africans. What is it? Our
our degree.
You have to do the equivalent, and if you have to top it up, you have to, or if you have to do something like a course or whatever, you have to for them to accept you. You understand? To meet their standard, because they normally, these people, they sometimes look us down. You understand? But if you are able to do one or two of their courses, they will think that you match up with them. Okay. So I did my course and then I was able to teach. I changed it to, instead of the primary or the secondary, I decided to teach in higher education. So if you do that course, you'll be able to teach high, like people in the sixth form, the college, and the universities level. You can do that course to teach them. Yeah. So that is the course that I did, and I'm able to teach health and social care.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah. So you can do whatever you want to do. Okay, just be focused. Take care of yourself very well, because you are in in a different country. It's not your country.
Yeah.
Focus on your education, and definitely whatever you want to achieve, you will definitely do it.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So focus. Why?
Okay.
No, what is saying?
30.
Who was 30? Do you know your family na
No, I'm here with my wife.
Oh, say.
I'm here with my wife.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Do you have kids?
One.
Oh, a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Say hello to her for me, okay? How old is she?
She's 5.
Oh,
But she's not here in China. She's back home.
Sorry?
She's not here in China.
Oh, she's home. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your wife doing as well? Is she working?
Yeah, she's working.
Okay, she is working and you are studying, right?
I'm studying and doing part-time. Yeah.
Oh, she was also studying.
No. She's working full-time.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right.
Yeah.
I wish you both the best, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, just be focused as husband and wife, as family. You know the reason you went there. So just be focused. You guys come together and then be very focused in whatever you want to achieve, and at the end of the day, you will achieve it.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of you,
Amen.
okay?
Amen.
All right.
Mm.
Say hi to your wife for me, and I wish you
Okay.
all the very best.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
Okay. Take care, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
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 Bye.